Hey everyone, I'm Tara Lee, and I am here with two of some of my favorite people that I actually haven't even known for that long. But the second you meet them, you feel like you have known them forever. I feel like they're part of my family. And so many of you saw my last, what wasn't my last trip, a couple of trips ago when I went to San Miguel in Mexico for Day of the Dead. And that was with Eat the Peach Travel that is led by Sharon and Tom. And they're doing another trip to Ireland and they're going to tell us all about it. So, hey.
Hey, Tara. Well, thank you for this. It's really cool of you. And hello, everyone. Yeah, so Tara joined us on our Day of the Dead trip, and she was fabulous. She brought lots of sparkles. So that was, yeah, we're actually going to be running that again this year. We try to do that every year. It's kind of like our little our baby, our
Yeah.
passion. So that's what we love to do. But we're also doing a tour to Ireland, and it's to Dublin and Galway, and it's all about the music. It's all about the countryside. It's all about the history of what a fabulous country it is. And Tom, his family, his mum's off the boat, so his family's all from Ireland. So it's kind of like you're getting back to your
Yeah.
roots tour. If you've got any Irish in you, and we've all got a little Irish in us somewhere. Yes. So, what do you think, Tom?
I don't know what to think, actually. You do all the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Galway too.
Yeah, Galway.
Yeah.
Dublin, Galway. They're both like great starting points for tours. So, we'll have, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 tours, optional tours to go from Dublin out around Dublin, see some of the sites, or you can stay in Dublin and hang out. The schedule just lined up with tons of things to do.
Yeah.
Same with Galway. Galway is in the west of Ireland.
Yeah.
Nice sized town, tons of nightlife, but they also have it's a great starting point for tours in the west of Ireland. So there's a lot going on. We have a lot planned.
Lots of country pubs.
Yeah, a lot of optional.
trad music.
Yeah.
Lots of good pints of Guinness.
A lot of
and
optional
other stuff. Right. Yeah. But it starts in Dublin. That's someone on the bike trail going past on their bicycle. We have a bicycle trail behind us that goes for 50 miles, so it's really cool. But anyway, so it starts in Dublin, and we're staying in a fabulous, brand new 4-star hotel in the city centre, and we're going to tour the Guinness warehouse, storehouse. We're going to go to the Jameson Distillery. We're going to go on some walking tours, and we're going to check out some really cool trad music.
Right.
It's really cool neighborhood pubs that we know about. 4-star hotel.
Oh yeah, what's different about it too? There's a lot of you get a lot of alone time if you want. There's a lot of optional things. So if you want to divert and go somewhere and
spend 3 days on your own, you
can.
can.
Yeah, well, you can if you want.
Totally can. Yeah.
And just.
You won't take it personally.
No.
Yeah, I remember that from Mexico because there was when I was with the group, I was so excited to be with the group, but then I also had so much time to just walk around and wander the city and have my own adventures. And like one of my most memorable things was when we didn't even know we were going to do it, but then we horseback rode like through the city and went to all these local like pubs and had tequila and mezcal, and it was so wonderful. Do you have, I mean, maybe it's a secret, I don't know, but do you have, or it might be spontaneous because you probably don't even know that it's happening yet, but is there anything like that that's planned for Ireland?
Yeah, it's a really fun tour that we're making available, and it's called Wild Wicklow.
Right.
So you go out and you walk on the moors around, right?
Wicklow is south of Dublin, yeah.
Right.
There's just a ton of stuff to see.
Yeah, and that's a private group tour that we have available. Right. And you stop at some of the country pubs that you would never kind of find, and get to meet the locals. We've also, there's a couple of neighborhood pubs. I know it doesn't involve horses, so we should do it, but it doesn't. But a couple of neighborhood pubs in Dublin that are totally off the beaten track. And they're famous for locals going in and just jamming. What's that Irish? What's that drum called, Tom? No, the drum.
Oh, the boron.
The boron. Yeah. So there's all this stuff going on. So then from Dublin, so we have 3 nights in Dublin, and then we take a private coach over to Galway, and we stop on the way at the Tullamore-Dew.
There's Trim Castle, I believe.
Trim Castle, yes.
So that's on the ride there.
That's on the ride. going to be a wild ride.
Yeah, you got me thinking about these impromptu things though,
I
like
know.
the horseback riding. A lot of it depends on the group.
Yeah.
So once we get a group together, we'll try to feel it out. And we can do, ATV tours if we want. And we can do, Ireland's loaded with horse. It's a horse country, horse riding country. So we could easily hook that one up too. So yeah,
country.
I like to feel out what the group
riding.
wants to do. A lot of those things you need a certain amount of people to make it feasible.
Yeah. But Galway's known for its bright village pubs.
Right. Well, the city, Galway City, it's a county and the city. The city is known for just great nightlife and music. But I mean, you're very close to all sorts of stuff. The must things to see in Ireland. So the cliffs of Moher are not far away.
Yeah. Well, I think what makes your tours super special too is that you really do a wonderful job of combining the things that are like behind the scenes that you wouldn't, as a regular tourist going to somewhere, you wouldn't ever get to experience, but then also showing us the touristy things that everybody wants to see. So you do a really good job of combining the two, and it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing in Ireland as well.
Yeah, it's the same no matter where we go. We kind of explore a lot and try to find out really cool stuff. And it's cool stuff that we like, and then we turn on and we say, wow, everybody's going to like this. So let's do it. Let's try to do it. So, it's kind of an extension of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we like to set up, like a rough kind of skeleton, a scaffold for people to follow, and they can go off and do it if they want. But it's really cool because, at the end of the day, we could say, well, we're going to do happy hour here, or we're going to be at this club. Come join us if you want. If you don't want to, it's fine. But just knowing you've got like a crew to back it up in a strange city, it's kind of, it's nice.
Right.
You're traveling with friends, but you can go off and do your own thing too.
Yeah, and there's still tons to find out and explore. I mean, we don't know every single place in these places. These are big places, Dublin especially. So that's what's great about meeting for breakfast in the morning, like we did in San Miguel.
Yeah.
You can talk with everybody else. Hey, what did you do yesterday? Did you check this restaurant out?
Yeah.
Museum. There's a lot of things to be explored too.
Yeah. Well, and so I was a solo traveler that came, and I felt totally comfortable, and I was never scared. And it was nice, like you said, to know like you have that safety net of there's this group of people, but you can also go off on your own. And there were people that came that were families, and there were couples, and there was all the different things. So for this trip, like, who would be the perfect people to be like, yeah, I'm coming to Ireland? Like, who is the person that should come on your trip?
You'd
be perfect.
Yeah. You'd be perfect. Well, this is kind of this isn't really a kiddie thing this time, is it? We're not like, you've got to be over 18 just because all the pubs and everything. I mean, it's kind of difficult to get around that, and they're quite strict over there.
We don't have
Yeah, it's just anyone.
Super standards or anything.
No, it's anyone that kind of wants to come and join in and explore. And just do something different.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be able to get along with the group somehow. I mean, it's you can still do a lot on your own, but I wouldn't think you'd want to be an antisocial person.
Well, there you go.
But that's about it, really. I mean,
you don't seem to meet many of those.
No.
Yeah. So it's like people that want to meet new friends. Also, you are both so much fun. So people that are like up for fun and challenging themselves maybe in that way. And then also someone who wants to travel without having to do any of the research or the work. Like pretty much you just have to like decide you want to go, and then everything's taken care of, right?
Behind on the plane and come on over.
Yeah, and I mean, both these towns are great walking towns.
Yeah, shopping.
You can be out all day, just scoping things out, checking things out.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. I mean, what did we do last time we were there? We got on the rental bikes.
We rented city bikes, and we kept them for 3 days, didn't we? And we just went everywhere.
All over.
Everywhere. It was beautiful. There's canals, there's museums.
All sorts of. Dublin itself is kind of exploding with growth too. I mean, I had been there years ago, and I don't remember any of that. I mean, there's a whole the dockside area, wherever it was.
Yeah.
Big hotels, brand new buildings. I think the Google headquarters is in Dublin. there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Very international city.
Well,
Which I don't think it was years ago.
European Union. Yeah. But it's just so
Yeah.
many places.
Well, and that could be daunting when you're like planning your own trip of like, okay, I want to go to Dublin, and be like, what do I do? So you don't even have to really like, as someone who is going to sign up and go, they don't even really have to think about what they want to do. They just have to know, like, just trust me. If you go with them, you're going to have the best time ever, and you don't have to think about it. Like, it's all set up.
Yeah, you can read all the books in the world, travel books, but
3 days you're gonna be hard pressed.
Right, and there's nothing like actually being there with people who know the city can really help you out.
Yeah.
Years ago in New York, I ran into people who, it's an example of, they were standing there saying in Times Square, like, what do I do now? And I was like, well, you're in New York, and they're like, yeah, but we don't know. And I had to tell them where to go, what to do. Yeah, they were overwhelmed.
Yeah, it is overwhelming.
So and that can happen anywhere,
Yeah. It just happened to me trying to find an Airbnb for my friend's wedding. Like I like look at places, and then I start like spiraling, and then I can't make a choice, and then I'm like, and then all of a sudden like every place is sold out and you don't know what to do. And so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to even like go down that spiral at all because it's all taken care of. It's like such a blessing to offer something like this.
It's a week-long adventure, what it is. Irish style.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, with two of the most fun guides that you could ever be with.
We're gonna have to live up to that.
That's
now.
really saying something coming from you.
Yeah.
I can't sparkle anything without thinking of you. So.
Yeah, well, and I had never traveled with a tour company before. Like every time when I have done traveling, I've either just like went somewhere with my backpack, or I was on a family vacation or something like that. And it took a lot of planning to be able to do that. And so this was traveling with you both was so nice, and it was stress-free. And I also met so many people that like I really connected with and really liked, and got to spend a week with, doing beautiful, amazing things, and just like hopping in a van and going here. And you would make sure that we all knew what was going on and what we were doing. And even if I wanted to do something by myself, like you told me what was safe, what wasn't safe, where I should go, what's a good walk, all the things. And so there's so much benefit of doing a trip with you, even if you travel by yourself all the time.
Right.
And I actually miss everybody that's gone on our tours. I feel like I've got these heartstrings out around the country, right? It's like you really get to know people.
You kind of bond with everybody.
Lovely. So, you miss them. So we should do a big reunion.
Right.
Anybody that's ever been on a tour, have a big reunion somewhere.
Yeah.
Reunion tour.
The reunion tour. Yeah. Anyway, so yes.
Awesome. So, well, I'll put the website. It's Eat the Peach Travel, and that's where they can sign up. Well, what is the dates of this trip?
Well, the island one is September 14th to the 21st, Saturday to Saturday. And we picked that time of year because I kind of know the weather really well. I'm just hop, skip, and a jump away across the ocean that we're in, the sea, the Irish Sea. But we picked this time of year because you usually get an Indian summer, and it's lovely and it's dry, and the leaves are just starting to turn. It's just a really pleasant time.
Yeah, it's just off the high season.
And
so it's not as
and
crowded.
the kids have gone back to school, so it's not so chock-a-block and crowded as it can be in some of these like European cities. And it's just a really nice time to go.
Beautiful. When's the Mexico trip again? What's the date of that?
It's the 27th of October to the 3rd of November. Sunday to Sunday this time. So, can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's every year.
Every year. Yeah. But anyway.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and talking about your amazing tour. Everybody should definitely sign up. Eat the Peach Travel.
Thanks,
Sarah. You're the best.
You're the best. So I hope everyone has an amazing day, and all the information will be, I don't know, below wherever information is, it'll be there. So thanks for watching.